guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be slightly different because obviously everything I've done before this has all been singing or music based, and now I'm actually going to do a never have I ever video, and I'm so nervous, so bear with me. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, I'm so awkward. Yeah, so like I messaged all my friends who have YouTube channels yesterday and asked for loads and loads of advice because I was so nervous and I was like, I don't know how to do a YouTube video, like don't have a clue how to do one. And I always thought it was really awkward just talking to a camera, like there's no one there, you're literally just basically talking to yourself. But here we are, we're gonna roll with it anyway. Yeah, so basically I'm just gonna jump straight in. So obviously I'm going to be doing a never have I ever. Oh, do you know what? I actually forgot my drink. Okay, so my first one is being sick due to alcohol. I'm pretty sure every single person has done this. If not, then you haven't been drunk properly. I don't know if I'm just saying that actually. I'm going to drink anyway. But I'm pretty sure every single person should have done this. Oh, people are just lucky. Or people just know when to stop drinking. I don't know which. Next one. Kissed someone I didn't know. Well, I don't know if I have. Well, I have. But afterwards I always know like who they are. Like I don't kiss anyone without like knowing their name and who they are type of thing. Well, I suppose I do. That's a really hard one. I feel like, yeah, I have. But I don't ever kiss someone and like not speak to them after. I always like know who they are after. Next one. Dyed my hair. I actually had never dyed my hair before last year, and I decided to get these like streaks in them. My hair's a mess right now, so very sorry about that. But I decided to get these streaks in them, and it was probably the worst decision I have ever had in my life. Like, I regretted it so much afterwards. But we live and we learn. Oh, I forgot to drink to most of these. This next one. Got with a boy that had a gammy toe. Now, I know exactly who has put this one in, and I'm sad to say that it is true, so I'll just drink. I have got the boy with the gammy toe. But in my defence, no, I don't have a defence. Well, that wasn't the worst thing about him, so let's just move swiftly on from that one because it's a very big regret. Being kicked out of a club. Now, I'm pretty sure this one got put in a lot of times by people who know that I have, in fact, been kicked out of basically every club I go into. Not because I'm like really horrible or start fights or anything like that, just because I'm a lightweight, like I get really drunk really quickly, and then if I don't leave early, I'll be kicked out early. So either way, you won't see me in a club past like 1 o'clock because I'll probably be kicked out. No, I have got a funny story to go with this one actually. So basically, when I was at uni, I went to this club, and it was like the only club there because my uni was really quiet. But I went to this club and I got really, really drunk, and obviously like everyone was trying to defend me, being like, no, she's not drunk, she's not drunk. And the bouncers were like, no, she is, she has to leave. So they came and they got me out, and like I walked down the street and I was like, I'm just gonna go through like the barrier in the smoking area. So I managed, I don't even know how I did it because I looked at those things afterwards and they're actually really like, the bars are like really close together. But I squeezed through a bar, and like as I stood up being like really proud of myself that I'd made it through like the smoking area and got away with it, there was 2 bouncers just standing looking down at me like really angry, and they just picked me up and carried me out. And to be honest, it's actually quite a cool experience. Yeah. And they kicked me out, and then I tried again to queue up, but this time I put my hood up thinking, you know, that would somehow disguise my face. Not really sure how that works, but we roll with it. And then they were like, you can't come, and I was like, well, I'm coming in, like I'm not the same person. They were like, you are, and I was like, I'm not, I'm a completely different person. They were like, we know who you are. And I was like, well, if you're going to kick me out, I'll kick you. And then, yeah, I'm not very good drunk. Anyway, next one. Got so drunk that I don't remember my night. I've done this many times. I always remember it like at least a week after. Like I don't have a night now, like to this day, that I don't remember. Like I've always remembered my nights. Like a week after I've had the night, you know? I don't even know if that made sense. But yeah, I feel like if you've ever got drunk and remember your night, you haven't got drunk enough. I don't feel like you have. Well, I don't know. I mean, most of my nights I actually do remember. There's been like a few that I haven't. And then like a couple of days later, I'm like, oh my God, like I was a mess. Like why would I have done anything of what I did? But I just think sometimes it's a good night when you don't remember. Sometimes you don't want to remember. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna drink for that. Being skinny dipping, you know, I actually can say with a very open and honest face, I've never been skinny dipping. I don't see the appeal to skinny dipping. I mean, I know a lot of people probably have done it, but for me, it's just no. I would never do skinny dipping. I don't understand the whole love of it. It's just not really a me thing. Anyway, so I'm not going to drink for that one. Never have ever used a fake ID. I've never actually used a fake ID as such. Like, I remember when I was 15 or 16, maybe 17. I don't remember how old I was, but I was around that age. And I used my friend's ID. And then I gave it to my other friend to use, like, after I was in. And the bouncer got it, like, taken off them and gave it to the police. And was like, oh, they're going to have to pay, like, a really big fine. And obviously it was my friend's. And I was like, oh, that's not good. So I never ever like used another one after that. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever had a fake ID. So yeah, had a wee in a public place. I don't know who has never done that. Like, I'm not proud of it, but it is true. I have had a wee in a public place. Not like a really like bad place, just like if it's like a really long walk home, or just do it in a bush or like somewhere. I don't know if that makes me a really bad person. I don't even know if I should be saying that on this channel. Oh well, I have anyway. So yeah, I have. The actual first time I ever met my... Actually, maybe it wasn't the first time. When it was really new anyway, I started seeing the boyfriend I have now. And I was with my friend and I was like, oh, he's like, oh, I'll walk you home, like make sure you get in okay. And I was like, yeah, okay, just give me like literally 2 seconds. And I literally like ran down the road with my friend and like weed in a bush and then came back and was like, okay, we can walk now. Yeah, I think it's fair to say I was a catch from the word go. Next one. Oh, I forgot to drink. My next one is, never have I ever almost died. I have never almost died. I don't think. I feel like that's something I would remember. Yeah, I don't think I've ever almost died. I'm pretty lucky like that. I suppose like I've nearly been hit by a car loads of times when I just walk on, like onto the road without looking. If that counts. Does that count? I don't know. But yeah, no, I've never almost died. I think I've actually ever been in like hospital for like something bad like once. Apart from that, I think I'm all good. Never ever seen a ghost. I have never seen a ghost. I think I'd like to see a ghost, but then I don't know how I'd react when I seen one. I think I'd be pretty scared. Possibly. But I believe in all that stuff though. Like I genuinely, fully, honestly believe like ghosts do exist. Like, believe it with all my heart. I've like all my friends have so many like stories about it, and I'm like, that is so cool. Like I'm so into all that. I used to watch something on the TV. I think it was called like Paranormal Witnesses or something. Or did I just make that up? But it was about like people who've seen like ghosts in the house. Oh my god, I was obsessed. I literally watched from start to finish. Like I love that stuff. I love it, love it, love it. But no, I have never seen a ghost. Been to a festival. I have been to 3. One was just for a day and then the other 2 were for like the weekend pass. oh my god, what a bloody experience. Like, it's so good. Like, I rate them so much. I think you just have like the best time. It's just the best time to like let your hair down, just have a good time, and it's for a whole weekend. It's not even just for like one night out, it's for a whole weekend. It's just so good, and it's such a good excuse to just eat junk food like the whole weekend. Like, I lived off burger trucks and cheesy chips, and I don't know what else I ate, probably a load of other crap, and alcohol obviously, but that was a given. But if I could give you any advice while you're young, or even when you're older, no one's judging, go to a festival. They're so good. So good. Oh, I forgot to drink. Bloody hell, I can't do this whole drinking thing. Next one is, never have you ever said I love you without meaning it. I don't think I've ever, like, in the moment said it without meaning it. But like then after, like when you're, I don't actually know how to explain this one. I feel like when I'm not with the person anymore, I'm like, I never really loved them. And now that I'm with my boyfriend now, I can look back and be like, that wasn't love. Like, that was just maybe strong liking, or I don't know, but I've never said I love you and been like, I don't mean this, whilst I was saying it. I think afterwards I look back and was like, I didn't really love you. But at the time I meant it, you know? Been arrested. I have never been arrested in my life. I don't know what I'd do if I was arrested. Probably just cry. And cry. Yeah, no, never been arrested. Been to uni. I have been to uni, and it was literally the best 3 years of my entire life. Like, I loved it. Not even just for the education, but just for the, like, the people you meet there is like so amazing. Like, I have met some of the best friends I will ever find, like, ever, and I think that's like so important. When I went to uni, I was like, I'm not expecting to meet that many people that I'm going to get on with, and it is just amazing. And also, because I went to a uni that was far away, no one knew me, so you could just start fresh and no one judges you. It's so good. Like, it's honestly like so good. I've met some of the most amazing people that I will ever meet in my life, and it's all because I went to uni. And I wasn't even going to go to uni until a week before, and then I was like, might as well, why not? Like, I have nothing better to do, and I went, and I do not regret it. It was so good. So good. I need to drink. Broken a bone. Do you know, I've never broken a bone. I feel like one time I had a really sore toe and I thought I'd broken my toe, but I don't think I've ever actually broken a bone. I don't think I have. I don't think I have. But yeah, no, I don't think I've ever broken a bone. I've never been like diagnosed with a broken bone. Broken bone. Do you get diagnosed with a broken bone? Or do you just get like diagnosed with an illness? Well, a broken bone is an illness, isn't it? I've never had a broken bone. The next one is had a hangover. I think the people that don't have hangovers are honestly God's favourite children. Like, I honestly don't know how you get away with it. I've had some of the worst hangovers, but I still go out anyway. I feel like for that day I'm like, I'm never drinking again. Like, that was the worst decision of my life. And literally as soon as that day's passed, it's back to the grind, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Next one is been to Disneyland. I have been to Disneyland twice, Disneyland Paris. And honestly, I went once when I was, I think, five or six. I was really young, but I still got videos and I watch them all the time. And I went once, I think it was 2 years ago. It's when I was in my first year of uni. Oh, maybe nearly 3 years ago now. But it was so good. Like, even at my age, I still cried when I seen every single character there was to see. I still bought all like the merchandise, because you can't go to Disneyland and not buy anything. Like, that's a given. Like, you cannot do that. Like, if you do, then you're weird. Like, you can't do that. I love Disneyland, and they do like the best pancakes there, and the donuts. Oh, the donuts. I feel like I just go most places for the food, but they have got good food there. Yeah. So yeah, go to Disneyland. Anyone, any age, go to Disneyland. You will not regret it. The next one is, have I wet myself? Never have I ever wet myself even. I'm guessing this one means like past the age of like 3, 4, or like over the age of like whatever you are when you're little and you stop like weeing yourself. I probably have. I feel like I'll wee myself when I'm like, not wee myself, but like I'm sure every like person can say that they've dribbled when they're laughing so much. I feel like I've done that, if that counts. I feel like most people have done that, have they? Or am I just weird? Probably just weird. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that's a normal thing when you laugh. Yeah. Anyway, never have I ever been kicked out of a club. We've been over that one. Never have I ever eaten dog food. Now, I'm not going to say I'm proud of this moment, but I have, in fact. It wasn't dog food as in like the meat that you put in like a bowl. It was doggy chocolate. And when I was younger, I was at my grand's house with my little sister. My sister's older than me. My older sister. And I was like, I wonder if it tastes like actual chocolate, which is normal. Like, I genuinely just wanted to know, because dogs can't have chocolate. So have they made something that tastes the exact same, or is it completely different? So I tried a doggy chocolate button, and it's safe to say that they don't taste anything alike. Like, nothing alike at all. It's not chocolate. Fake news. It is not chocolate. So I'll drink that one. Never have I ever put someone else's toothbrush in something other than toothpaste. I know who's putting all these and it's so annoying. They've been a bit personal. I didn't put this up to be personal. I have. Okay, I never gave the person the toothbrush back. It went straight in the bin. But I did put stuff on it that I'm not proud of. But I did tell them, I confessed. Well, actually no, someone else told them and then they asked me, but I confessed in the end, like I didn't give them the toothbrush back. It's not a proud moment. I feel like I'm probably gonna get judged after this video. But yeah. This is a nice like first video to get to know me and just all my like bad memories. I'm so sorry. I promise I'm not like that now. Ish. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Never have I ever dated someone and kept it a secret. I have done this. I think I've done this a few times. But I have done this. I've done this with my boyfriend now. When we were very on and off at the start. And because of this, I didn't want to like tell people until I knew for sure that we were going to be together, because obviously you know what it's like when you first start a relationship and like all your friends know and all your family knows, and it gets so complicated and everyone gets involved and then it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. So I think they are the only reasons why I ever like don't tell people or like keep it a secret. It's not because like I don't want people to know as such, it's just that I want to be sure myself before I put it all out there for people to know. So yeah, I have kept it secret. Never have I ever broken up with someone. This is probably like the most like worst thing to say on a YouTube video, but I have never actually ever broken up with someone. I've always been broken up with. There must be literally something wrong with me. Probably is, but I've never ever broken up with someone in my life. Like, well actually I kind of have, but just because they were literally ready to break up with me, like they basically said it, so I was like, okay, we're done. But I wouldn't take that because they were going to break up with me anyway. So yeah, I've always been broken up with. There's clearly something wrong with me. Oh well, we live and we learn. Never have I ever regretted an apology. Do you know, I don't think I have ever regretted an apology. Like, I say sorry regardless if like the other person's done worse or not, I will still always say sorry for like my part, and I would never regret that, regardless if like the person doesn't take my apology or then takes it for a while and then decides that they're not friends anymore or not like accepting of the apology. I will never regret giving that apology because I'm the bigger person in the end of the day. Like, and I think that's so like important. Like, you should never regret saying sorry regardless of like what the other person has done or is doing or has done in the past, because at least you know that you're sorry. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's really important. Got a bit deep there, didn't it? We'll end on a high note. The last one is, never have I ever disliked something I cooked. I dislike something I cook 99% of the time I cook something. I am not a good cook. I try to be. Like, I try to think I'm a bit of a chef, but I'm just not. I don't think I ever will be. My first year of uni consisted of noodles, which I didn't know you had to put in a microwave. Like, my friends are going to be watching this and like literally laugh so much, but in my first year of uni I made noodles and I'd never cooked before. Like, in my, like, not even noodles, I'd never done anything like that before. So I made noodles and put them in a bowl and put hot water. I didn't know then you had to put it in a microwave, so I just left it and they were all looking at me like, what are you doing? Like, you know you have to cook that. And I was like, no, the hot water just, it goes into it, like the pasta. They were like, no it doesn't. Like, you need to put that in the microwave. And then I burnt like chicken nuggets, pizza, like, you know, the basics. And one time I was drunk and I put chicken nuggets in the oven and I sat outside the oven, literally on the floor, like watching the chicken nuggets cook, because I was like, I'm not burning them, like I'm so hungry, and they still burnt. This is why it's just easier for people to cook for me, or like just to get takeout or go to a restaurant and eat, because that's the only way I'm ever going to eat decent food. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you could like and subscribe, it would be amazing. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to like end these things. I actually got my inspiration, give her a little shout out, to Enola May. I said that really weird. Enola May, who's like my bestest friend from uni. And she has done a what gives you the ick video. I would really tell you to watch it. Like, it's so funny and it's so good, and it's actually very educational. Like, most of the icks I didn't know gave me the ick until I watched that video. Very true. So I think you should all go and subscribe to her channel and watch her because she's so good. But yeah, thank you so much guys. Thank you.